Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back over to Dub Sports. This is going to be our new segment. Obviously, we have Pipe Miguel.
What the fuck? We sound like Peter Piper pick a peckler.
Well, we have Pipe Miguel and myself, Leroy, here.
What up?
Obviously, welcome over to our new segment. Like I said, it's going to be something new with me and Miguel, and just kind of, catching up on what's trending right now in the sports world. Football, basketball. Eventually, we'll probably get into some other sports. But,
we will.
First things first, kick it off, Miguel.
Oh shit! Well, let's start off.
What's trending right now?
Let's start off right now. Look, me and this man, we're Suns fans.
Of course.
I'm die hard, born into it.
100%.
Bleed the purple and orange.
Mm-hmm.
And as a Suns fan, and this is not coming from a hating standpoint,
right?
But we do love to see a shit show that we call right now the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Lakers are, man. I don't know, man. Terrible right now. The funny thing is they're actually looking a lot better with LeBron out on the bench, due to the injury. But
right.
I've been seeing Anthony Davis has been putting up his old numbers like he
has,
did.
Yeah. The last man Davis is putting up numbers.
Yeah. Westbrook has been playing pretty good.
He is.
And talking about Westbrook, man, we're talking about this possible trade to Miami.
Ooh.
I do see that was a big offer. I do see another Spurs trade in there, but the biggest contender, Miami, willing to trade for Westbrook. What do you think of that?
Really? I thought it was a buyout. Is it a buyout or a trade?
Oh, buyout. Yeah, sorry. It's a buyout, and then he requests
and then he goes to Miami. I mean, I could definitely see that work, but I also have a little concern about it.
What's the concern?
Well, you got to understand, Jimmy Butler don't take shit from nobody.
That is true, but
Westbrook don't take shit from nobody either.
That'd be two alphas on one team.
Exactly, but it can either work in their favor, or it can be another shit show. This time in Miami. 100%. I'm not saying Westbrook is the issue, but what I'm saying is maybe Russell, after being in LA with the GM and Glassman Davis, realizing, you know what, I know I've worked with stars before. I can work with another star, but maybe not ones with egos bigger than the stadium itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree with you on that. It can either work or it could either go super sour really fast. At the end of the day, though, I will say this much. When it comes to Miami, because I do love Miami. Obviously, I'm a big Jimmy Butler fan. I've always been a fan.
Jimmy Butler.
I'm not one of those fans that just came about when it came to the 2020 finals. I always defended Jimmy Butler. Yeah. I even called it that season before, if you remember. I was like, I think the Heat have a fantastic team to make a deep run. I didn't think they were going to make the finals, but I think they're going to be deep run. That's a side note, though.
Right.
When I think of the Miami Heat, and I've told you this before in the past.
Yeah.
If I look at the Miami Heat, keep Jimmy Butler, but they need another second big star.
They do.
Another second big star that can shoot the ball and you can score and rely on the ball.
Right.
Controversial or not, I think Bam, I like him as a center. He's a fantastic center. Cut him out. I let go of Bam.
Wow.
I get rid of Bam. Give me another secondary all-star. Give me some great, role pieces. Give me some veterans in that team.
Right.
And call me crazy, but I think Miami can make it work that way. Now, as far as the Westbrook situation goes, I don't know. We'll see. It'd be interesting to see. I definitely think he's going to fit in better than Kyle Lowry because I just think Kyle Lowry is dog crap when it comes to playing in the playoffs, but we'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, he got to thank Kawhi for that championship, right?
No, 100%. 100%. That's the only reason Kyle Lowry has a championship is the Kawhi. And that's
Kawhi and
just
Fred VanVleet.
And Fred VanVleet. You got to think about it this way, though.
What's up?
I said it, too, with the Raptors before they got Kawhi.
Yeah.
And that was controversial, too, back in the day with some of my friends. I said as long as DeMar DeRozan is on the Raptors, they're not going to win a chip. Why? True. DeMar DeRozan is a great player, but when it comes to playoffs, they don't show out.
They don't?
They don't show out.
They don't.
And they start crumbling.
They do.
DeMar, given that LeBron was in the East those years, right? And LeBron dominated the East, but, DeMar said it himself. He was the sacrificial lamb. And you know what? You were the sacrificial lamb. And to be honest with you, Toronto fans were upset, but, at the end of the day, they got the ring. I think they're more excited about the outcome than what they lost.
They were okay with what they gave up, you know what I mean?
100%.
So they got the championship. DeMar doesn't, but that's, he can honestly make it work. Not in Chicago, but I could see DeMar being a role player, a high-skill role player on a different squad. You know what I mean?
I think Chicago was the best thing that happened to him.
I mean,
he got back to like where he was originally, which I don't think anybody would have guessed it. With Spurs, who knows what went on in that? I don't know if it was coaching. I don't know if it was just the more not wanting to be there. Maybe it was those big old San Antonio women. Shout out to Charles Barkley. You know, who knows? But you know, tying back into the Heat. I mean, if Russ does go over there, it'd be super interesting to see. I want to see that. I think they're gonna butt heads, but I think they'll make it work. As far as the Lakers go, though, I mean, I don't think that's going to solve their problem. I still think that the Lakers are going to be an 8-seed knockout.
Yeah.
When it comes to playing in the playoffs, or even if they are in the play-in games, I think they're just going to lose it, and they're not going to cut it for the playoffs. You know.
I could see it happening.
I mean, sorry, Lakers fans. It's just I look at your roster and it doesn't make sense.
I'm surprised this is an NBA team, to be honest with you. I mean, they gave up a lot to get Davis,
and then
I mean.
So I mean, and for what? Just to be for him to be glass and only play a good, solid season at best, and that was probably the season they won the chip
in the bubble.
Was it worth it? No, that's my opinion. Though I don't think it was worth it. But hey, I'm the Lakers fan.
Hey, I mean, if they won a chip, they won a chip. We'll give it to you. But honestly, Davis, yeah, I lost a lot of. Hope for this man to be named like top 5 player in the league today.
You know what? I don't think there's any disagreement. If Anthony Davis stayed healthy,
if he did,
he'd be a top 5 player in the game. In the last 5 years, every single year,
he'd be in the talk as number 1 over Giannis.
Well, that's a stretch.
Hey, come on.
I don't know about that.
We've seen Davis in New Orleans before the injury. I seen him in college. Man was a defensive monster. Okay? Something that Giannis took a little bit of time to develop. But Davis, if this man actually took care of himself and maybe find different people in his camp to take care of himself, to help take care of him, honestly, he could have been easily named number 1 player in this era, to be that guy.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I can't disagree as far as being a top player in the league. Number 1, I wouldn't go that far. Who knows? Yeah, who's going to know, right? But I agree with you on that point. You're a multimillionaire. You have all the resources in the world. You have the facility to take care of yourself. You have the resources. You have the staff. You obviously you can get it yourself. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Teams do have like chefs that cook for them and everything too. So there's no excuse, man. There really isn't.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is, though. Lakers fans, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah. Hey, quit partying out of LA, Davis. Take care of yourself. That's all I gotta say.
Stick to your Taco Tuesday.
Shit ain't copyrighted, homie. You can't copyright that, LeBron. My God.
Anyways, keep it going, Miguel. What else do you have for us right now?
I mean, now we talking about obviously what's going on with the Lakers. They being somewhat of a shit show.
100%.
As far as beginning of the season, we can probably come back to it later after All-Star break and really see, because that's when we start to see which teams are actually for real and who are just all pretenders.
Right.
But I think even early in the season right now, we can already tell who's a pretender.
100%.
From the beginning. Now, we can look at the West. Well, we can look at the West and the East. Let's start on the West because we are on the West Coast.
Yeah.
The Western Division because we're Suns fans. Our biggest fraud that I personally see, Los Angeles Clippers.
Gotcha. I can't disagree with that. I was going to say the Clippers too.
I
mean, looking at paper, you had the expectations of John Wall, the expectation that Kawhi was going to come back, the expectation that Paul George, Kawhi, and John Wall were going to be on the same, getting the same playing time on the floor at the same time. I don't think there's any more high expectations from that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they still have Reggie Jackson too back there as a backup.
Yeah, Reggie's still
I don't know
there.
if he's playing shooting guard or if he's backup point guard, whatever.
I think backup point.
Something
it
like
rotates,
that.
but
yeah, but I agree with you on that, man. You look at the Clippers. On paper, they look like a fantastic team, but the reality is biggest pretenders. Same, with Kawhi, the whole load management. We got the first part-time NBA player for, of the NBA. I mean, there's no excuse for that. But hey, at the end of the day, you do you, man. You do you.
I mean, honestly, when I saw this team on paper at the beginning of the season, I'm like, oh, shit. I think the Clippers might be a problem this year.
Yeah.
And like you said, Kawhi, George, and John Wall, especially because John Wall was coming back to who John Wall was.
There were some people that thought that. I'm like, look,
I thought that, bro.
John Wall, like, he went through some injuries. He played for what? Not even 2, or he didn't play for 2 or even close to 3 years.
Not even a full 2-3 years.
He wasn't going to come back exactly where he was, but he still has that player in him, and he has some flashes here and there from what I saw in the preseason.
But his game changed, though.
Well, yeah, that's of course, what I'm saying. It changed.
He learned to change his game to benefit him now. We all know he ain't the John Wall from yesterday type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and he, you know, I've seen an interview where he said it himself. He's like, it hasn't been easy to get back, but I believe I'm ready to play, and I will let my play do the talking. When I seen him play, you know, yeah, he did give us the flashes of John Wall who he used to be, but the man's also playing smarter with the ball. You know? But I will admit, though, he does let his emotions get to him. Which, that's always been John Wall.
No, 100%.
So, if he can control the emotions, the man can play smart ball. And I've seen him play smart ball, you know?
So, let me ask you. Aside from that, we're talking about the biggest pretender.
Yeah.
Really quickly, off the season. Starting off from what you see in the season. Who do you think is going to win it all?
Win it all?
Win it all.
Shit.
I mean, I said it from the beginning of the season. I think it'll be Golden State again. I think they can make that push. I know they're having a tough stretch right now.
I mean,
it's Golden State. Yeah, they did that last year too. People forget that. They didn't start off the season hot. And people wrote off the Warriors, and guess what? They came back and won it all. I mean, the Warriors. If look at the roster, it's still a deep roster. Steph Curry's still playing like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson just had a big night not too long ago where he dropped 40 plus. You know, Draymond is Draymond, kicking people in the nuts. Who knows? You know, and punching people in faces.
Exactly.
You know, but they still have a deep roster. I still like Jordan Poole. I still like Andrew Wiggins. I know James Wiseman just went to the G League, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know who else necessarily is on that roster, but it's just the fact that the fact that they can manage to keep that core, and they paid all the money for it.
All right.
I personally think it's going to be the Warriors.
I mean, I can honestly see that. I wouldn't put it past the Warriors getting a repeat. I mean, especially if they feel like this is their last opportunity. I think Draymond's in his last year of his contract.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing a lot of things.
Get rid of him, man. Get rid of him. If you're the GM, bro, I'm sorry, Draymond. You're a 4-time champion. Yeah. I'm not going to discredit what you did for the team, even though I think you didn't really do much, and I think they still would have won those rings without you. But I'm not going to discredit what you did.
Yep.
Yeah, get rid of him, man. Draymond, to me, is just a big old cancer behind the locker room. They say, oh, that's the way he is. He's just being a leader, blah, blah. You know what? He's not no Michael Jordan punching Steve Kerr over there and trying to motivate him, right? Like, you're Draymond Green, man. You're Draymond Green. You shoot like you're wearing a backpack. You know, everyone calls you a donkey for a reason. You know, just cut him off. Why pay him the money?
They pay him because they said fuck it. That's why. And he probably threatened to give him that right hook too. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So but when it comes to you though, do you think the Warriors can get it first?
I honestly do think the Warriors have that opportunity. Again, I'm a Suns fan. I want to see the Suns win it, but I do believe the Warriors are favored to win this shit.
You know what? And quote me now. I'm a big Suns fan too. I love the Suns. Been watching them as a kid.
Here he goes.
And you know what I'm about to say?
I already know. But tell the people.
Mark my words. Suns fans, listen to me. And you know what? I said this the moment we got Chris Paul. Everybody called me crazy.
Right.
And you know what? I like to be proven right. For as long as we have Chris Paul, we're never going to win a ring. Why? Chris Paul's not a winner. Chris Paul chokes in the biggest stages. And when I said that, when we got him, I'm not going to discredit what he did for the team as far as like changing it around.
Right.
Right? But at the end of the day, no one talks about, you know, oh yeah, we got 60 plus wins that season. We got this. And if you don't got a ring, nobody cares. Nobody cares. No one sits there and brags about the Rockets in the 90s, the 80s having a fantastic record. No one sits there and talks about, you know, the old Celtics if they never won a ring. It's all about the rings.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that, Chris Paul, I give you credit for changing the franchise around. But in my opinion, the moment we got you, I was like, wow, we're not going to win a ring. 100%. Chris Paul's not a winner. Changed my mind. What has he won? If he goes without his legacy without winning a ring, yeah, no doubt. One of the best point guards of all time to play the game.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
As much as it hurts to say this, he's going to end up like Steve Nash, one of the best point guards ever played the game. No ring. Not going to get the recognition he deserves. The only reason he's getting it now is because he's still in the NBA and he's still playing at a high level.
Yeah.
Decently. Depends the days. Depends the games. Depends the playoff situations. But Chris Paul's not a winner. For as long as we have him, we're not gonna. For as long as we have Chris Paul, we're not gonna win a championship. That's my hot take for that.
This man he has a very hot take. I'm more optimistic. I'm saying we still need one more piece. I've always been saying DeAndre Ayton needs to play more aggressive in the paint as a big man. If the man plays aggressive, because let's face it, he was somewhat getting bullied by Steph Curry the other night when they were playing the Warriors.
Yeah.
I've always said it, and I've told you too. If DeAndre can play like a big man, if he can play like a Shaq type player, like he said it himself, him and Booker were supposed to be the next Shaq and Kobe 2.0. I mean, Booker stepping into his role, if you will, of being a Kobe-like player.
Yeah.
But ain't stepping into that Shaq-like playing type, and that's where he needs to get aggressive. Play that bully ball. You 7 feet tall. How are you not playing bully ball? Man. You have the size. You have the strength. Man, give me his size and strength. I guarantee you, I'm going up. Someone's going to hit me. I'm going to be going to the free throw to get my points. And honestly, that's what I feel. If the Suns want to win it, he needs to start playing like that. Take some of the pressure off of Paul. Take some of the triple teams off of Booker. And I guarantee you, bro.
Whatever happened with the owner selling the team? I thought there was a big old thing. I feel like that calmed down a lot.
It calmed down, but because they are still trying to find someone to buy the team,
Hey, maybe it's gonna be LeBron. Maybe that's why he's low-key injured.
Hey, LeBron becomes.
He's making some deals. He's actually flying over.
He's trying to get the people.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, James Jones is already the GM there, so
he has the connections.
He has the connections. Hey, think about it though.
LeBron's
the owner, and he plays for the Suns. First, got to do it. I won't be mad at it.
Anyways, going on forward though.
Yeah. I mean, it's just interesting. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of interesting opinions of what's going on with everything.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I just do want to say this, though, before we do move on. I know we mentioned Clippers being our frauds.
Right.
I know we mentioned what's going on with the Suns, the Lakers, and everything.
Yeah.
Again, this is all our personal take. But before we do go on to something else, I do want to mention that I do believe there's another team out there who's a fraud in the NBA. And it's the 76ers, simply because.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I see. James Harden is one. Joel Embiid is the other. Joel Embiid he plays terrific ball, but I think even a lot of Sixer fans and maybe Embiid himself is starting to realize I'm not going to get farther after this.
You know what? I said this earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Past this season, Joel Embiid has hit his prime. He's at his peak. Going on forward, it's just going to go downhill.
Sorry, Sixer fans.
It's not to say Joel Embiid is not a fantastic player. It's just the lifespan of a center is not that long. And call me crazy, Joel Embiid had some great seasons.
Yeah.
He had that great season when he almost won MVP but Nikolai still won it.
2 times now, right?
But yeah, as far as this season goes, I mean, I think he's at his peak. It's going to start going downhill. Yep. 76ers aren't going to win nothing. They have James Harden, biggest choker too when it comes to the playoffs. Obviously, when you have James Harden on your team, you just, you bet against him. I definitely would bet against him every single time because he's proven us right every single time when we have bet against him in the past. So,
for real.
I agree with you on that. 76ers, I mean, I love Tobias Harris on that team. I don't even know who's still on that team directly aside from those three, but I think they're the biggest. They're big.
They're the biggest frauds, exactly. So just know this: wherever James Harden goes, it's raining in the strip clubs after that night.
100%.
Easy.
Let's just say when James Harden gets traded to a new city, the local economy for some reason boosts up a little bit.
Hey, for real.
At least when it comes to the entertainment industry, aside from
the late night entertainment industry.
Late night industry. Yep.
What'd you say? Oh man. Now, I know we like to poke fun at James Harden and everything. You know who else I like to poke fun at? Odell.
Odell, what's going on, buddy? What's holding you up there, man? What's holding you up? Make the damn decision already. Goddamn, it's not. You're not LeBron, man. You're not gonna get an ESPN special. Make your goddamn decision. We already know it's like pretty much 4 teams that you're gonna pick,
Is it
and
4?
And those 4 teams,
4 or 5 teams.
Yeah, 4 teams are the. Anybody can know it's going to be a Super Bowl contender. You're not going to just go to any other team that's trash or playing like trash. It's not even a contender. It's either going to be the Bills.
Yep.
It's either going to be the Giants, possibly because he wants to go home and they're 6-3, if I'm not mistaken. 49ers, I've heard another conversation for that one. And who else in that conversation?
Well, apparently the Cowboys and Giants.
Yeah, and the Cowboys too.
That's
100%. Right. Dude, just sign with this woman already. Just do it.
I mean,
Jesus, don't hold on. Like, you're not LeBron. You're not. As my buddy Miguel said here once, Odell, you had an amazing catch, but I think Justin Jefferson just beat that catch.
Oh,
100%.
I think so too.
That catch was way better.
It was.
Stop holding up your decision. Make your decision already. Sign with the team. We already know it's going to be a possible contender for the team. Make that damn decision already.
Amen to that, brother, because I'm tired of hearing it.
I'm tired of hearing it, man.
I really am. I mean, he's going to make his decision after the Thanksgiving.
And you know what? I'll give him his flowers, though. That Super Bowl, that first half, he played really well.
Yes.
Played really well. I mean, unfortunate the injury, and then Cooper Kupp played the second half really fantastic.
He did.
When it came to that Rams Super Bowl. But, dude, you're not who you used to be. You're coming off an injury. Just sign a goddamn team already, man. Stop putting
it come off, for real. Now, I do want to say one more thing, because my ass is tired, and I've been up since like fucking 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's like late at night tonight right now. Right. But we'll move forward. I know we're recording this video on a Wednesday night. Today's Wednesday?
Today's Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve. Okay, see, that's how tired I am. I don't even know what day it is. But for some of us who watched that Monday night game, and for those who've been watching us for a while, know I'm a Cardinals fan. Know this man's a Packers fan. And we saw the Monday night Cardinals play against the 49ers.
Well, you saw.
I saw. You were.
I was asleep.
You were asleep. And I should have fell asleep too, because it was just fucking horrible.
Monday Night Football, hell yeah. Who's playing? Cardinals? Never mind. I'll just go to sleep early that day.
And that's how I feel when I see the Packers play. But the Cardinals got the ass whooped. I was hopeful that they would have won, but they got the ass whooped. And the next day they end up firing the offensive line coach for as we later found out, groping women on the Saturday night before. You can't handle you lick it, don't go out. Alright? That's the big thing. But also the Cardinals made a mistake. They didn't fire Kingsbury.
They fired the damn wrong coach.
They fired the right coach for groping the women.
Right.
But they also should have fired Kingsbury because he keeps calling these fucking shitty ass plays.
You know what, dude? I've been saying this since the beginning of last season.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury, why are you still employed?
That's what I want to know.
What's the connection? What do you have over the Cardinals that they're not? What do you have? At this point, I feel like you just have something over the owner or the management or something. And the reason you're like, oh yeah, you want to fire me? Forget that I remember. I have this over you.
Yep.
Cliff Kingsbury, you know what, man? I don't understand. I watched some of those Cardinals games. There was those games last season, this season that they could have won. They could have won. They just don't capitalize. They don't. And they're close games, and it's like, oh, what are you doing, man? Now, I don't know if that's, I'm going to give all the blame to Cliff Kingsbury. I'm going to give some blame to Kyler Murray, too, though. You're an NFL quarterback. That's your job. That's your profession. You get paid handsomely for it. Your peers would agree.
Right.
So, when they have to make a clause for you in your contract renewal, they have to sit there and study. In my opinion, that should tell you everything about your quarterback. And I'm sorry, as much as Kyler Murray, it may be good, talented, whatever you consider him.
Right.
If I have to tell my quarterback to sit there and study, which is something that you should expect from them, if they themselves just want to be the best player they can be,
right?
I'm out. I don't want that quarterback in my team.
Interesting. And this is a man coming where his quarterback's taking shrooms before every game. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, whatever you do in your off time. Here's the thing: whatever you do in your off time, do it. And that's what But
he said when it comes
to
off time.
Yeah, his off time.
All right.
Yeah, 100% on his off time. Do what you gotta do. But if your focus is not 100% of the game when it's the season, that's a different story.
The man's getting high before the games, bro. You can tell.
Zoned in aside from this last season. Well, we're not going to get into that.
Anyways, he thinks he's throwing he thinks he's throwing something other than a football right now. He fired
the wrong coach, man. Cliff Kingsbury.
I mean, you can add Kingsbury to that.
Go ahead. I will go to downtown Phoenix. I'll go to Glendale. I'll go to the Tanger outlets. I'll go to Avondale. I'll go to Scottsdale.
He'll go everywhere.
I'm going to sign a petition. And everyone that signs it, that petition is going to be fire Cliff Kingsbury.
You know what?
Doing a terrible job. And I'm not even a Cardinals fan. I just want to do it because I'm tired of listening to all these damn Cardinals fans complain every single goddamn week.
He's tired of me, that's why.
That's 100%. But yes, they fired the wrong head coach.
They did.
We'll see what the season comes out to. If I'm not mistaken, are you guys still in potential for a playoffs, wild card?
Mathematically, yes.
Mathematically, yeah.
Mathematically, we're still in it. You guys were eliminated already.
Get rid of him.
They gotta fire him. Fire Kingsbury. I'll sign that petition. I'll tell you this right now. If they decide not to fire him during the season, which might not look like it happened, they might fire at the end of the season. If they do, I'm hearing rumors that Saints former head coach Sean Payne thinking about coming out of retirement.
I like that.
To coach. And
for the Cardinals?
Cardinals is one of the spots for him. Him and the Cardinals and the Chargers.
I hope he does and just pulls a Bruce Arians at the end.
Win a Super Bowl, then leave.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, bro, as long as we get a Super Bowl out of it, fuck it, I'm okay with it.
What are you talking about? Anyways, or the Chargers. The Chargers, I said it from the beginning of the season, my biggest pretenders, because at the end of the day, they have a fantastic squad. They just can't get it done, man. That Chiefs game, dude, the Chargers could have won it. They should have killed more clock. That's all I'm going to say. Obviously, he gave too much time. It's Patrick Mahomes. That's what he does. That's what he's known for.
Exactly.
Can't give him more than a goddamn minute. He'll get down that.
Bro, you can't even give that man 13 seconds, apparently.
You can't. So, I blame terrible coaching decisions on that. I get it. You wanted to score. You wanted to get up the lead. But you should have killed more of that clock, in my opinion. That's all I'm going to say to that.
That's just basic coaching. I would think that's basic coaching. You have the lead. It's fourth quarter. Kill the clock.
Yeah.
Trust your defense, because your defense is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, bro, we should go be head coaches for the NFL at this point. You go ahead and coach the fucking Chargers. I'll go to the Cardinals. I'll call more something than 3 fucking plays every fucking drive.
There you go, man. There you go. If there's anything Madden taught me, I think at this point anybody's more suitable than these damn coaches right now.
Oh, I'm saying.
At least that's how it feels.
Yeah, that or they got into Aaron Rodgers' stash here before every game. I don't know. Fuck.
Oh my lord. But going on from that.
Yeah.
What else do we have to talk about here, Rory?
You know what? I don't think we got anything else to talk about, honestly. As far as football goes, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. Tomorrow.
Gonna be some great games.
Games to watch. Obviously, we have the Cowboys and Giants. We have the Lions and I believe the Bills, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what was the final game of the night? Patriots and Vikings. Should be all good games, I guess, or at least have some sound on while you're doing stuff at the house, while you're cooking, or waiting for the food to get cooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So, with that said, have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Get yourself some turkey. Get yourself some mashed potatoes.
Some mac and cheese. Cornbread, green beans.
Green bean casserole.
Some fucking pumpkin pie afterwards. And that's for our Americans.
Cheesecake.
And then for our Mexicans, I know y'all having pozole, some tamales. Menudo, come on.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, y'all enjoy that shit.
Enjoy it, man. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving.
Exactly, y'all.
Hopefully we get some great games out of it. Hopefully you guys do like what we're starting here with this new segment. So, obviously, show your support. Do like this video.
Mm-hmm.
Do comment down below what you guys agree with or don't agree with us. More importantly, subscribe over to the channel. We're going to see a lot more of these segments going forward. And hit that notification button so you guys know when we're dropping these. We're going to try to drop these on a weekly basis. For what's really trending right now in the league, NFL-wise, NBA-wise. Future reference, probably just get into some other sports as well.
Yeah, definitely. The World Cup is going on right now. Been a lot of good games, interesting games.
Interesting games. We got Argentina upset, Japan that upsetted. It was England?
I believe so.
England, which was a shocker.
And of course, because I don't know if you can tell, but we do come from Mexican descent. We are Mexicans here. And fucking there's regular league Memo Ochoa, and then there's World Cup Ochoa, and World Cup Ochoa showed up, baby. I'm just, that got me hyped up.
He's playing phenomenal. He's defending phenomenal. But we'll get into that on the next one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Till then, we're out. We got Piper, Miguel here.
Yeah,
and Leroy. Till next time, guys, we're out. Catch you next time.
Let's go.